strangest dream last night. I was a little leprechaun stuck on a table with laboratory equipment. I heard you went sailing for a bit. Quite a feat there at the Benevolent Bank. Digging up the riches of the mountain, eh? How did you get away with all those cars? I don't know how you did it with the bank. Working hard on the docks recently, I hear. You've been out clubbing really hard, I hear. I heard you had a nice time at the Gensec Arena. The art of framing, indeed. What did that shopping centre ever do to you? Breaking into a bank? How unoriginal. I hear your cooking skills have improved markedly. I hear you've gone fishing in murky waters. Gold, yes, but did you bring back any meat for dinner? Amazing that you managed to steal those warheads. So, you got to that Hector fellow in the end, then. I heard those printing plates weren't easy to get. Biker elves? I don't believe a word of it. It's not easy to silence the taxman like you did. Goats? No, you didn't. I heard it was a beautiful tiara. Who's wearing it now? I'm glad to hear you've got your tax return sorted. I can't believe you did what you did with that train. Stealing from mercenaries, yes. Well, why not? How was your trip to Russia? Quiet and peaceful, I presume. Stealing a fusion reactor? How on earth did you manage that reactor theft? Yes, of course you stole some diamonds, of course. I don't know how you escaped alive from that train job. Quite a lot of work to get that tiara out of there, I heard. That train yard infiltration can't have been easy. I heard you blew up an entire street. Why? I heard your boat set sail with some complications. Printing one's own money. Why didn't I think of that? I hear you've been digging deeply and dangerously. How did you get the explosives out with all that police attention? I take it you won't let that drunken pilot fly again, will you? They say that commissar fellow really got what was coming to him. Stealing cars? Surely you could afford to buy one. What on earth was that thing you got from the casino, anyway? Must you do such dangerous things on aeroplanes? Nuclear warheads? Well, what if one had gone off? So you've gone into politics now. I never would have guessed. How did you manage to catch the goats amid all that ruckus? How much money did you burn this time? No, don't tell me. How on earth did you get the room out of there with all those policemen about? You didn't think that Hector fellow would be that tough to get to, did you? You've gone even deeper into those murky waters, I hear. Well, Father Christmas never had to deliver presents under gunfire. That bank job, how on earth did you pull it off? That was a rather clever framing job. Where will this end? Robbing 4 places at once. That is rather audacious. The new great train robbery. You did it, didn't you? It was supposed to be impossible to rob the Benevolent Bank, you know. Even more jewels. There's no limit to vanity, is there? 4 places at once with all that police attention. Amazing. How on earth did you get out of that Russian adventure alive? Stealing a cursed diamond? Not the wisest choice, is it? Flying lorries? What on earth will you think of next? It seems you people are capable of stopping anything that moves and robbing it. I hear you nearly got your bacon fried at the slaughterhouse. Ha! Can't have been easy to get those bomb parts out. I suppose you were careful. I heard some people on a bus got killed. Would you know anything about that? Lifting heavy weapons off trains now? I don't know what to say. That daring art heist is all over the papers. What's next? The Mona Lisa? How on earth did you get to that diamond? I don't understand it. No one does. A cook-off. Now, why don't you try some cooking around the house as well? I heard you raided a jewellery store. I didn't even know you wore the stuff. I'm sure someone stopped grinning after that impressive raid you made on the casino. He had that headless dozer nightmare again, but worse this time. I hear you're upholding the old American tradition of holding up stagecoaches. So you parachuted with the money? What if you landed in the wrong place? The things people will risk for the alluring glitter of diamonds. The Tasteful Club. With a name like that, they were asking for it. I understand the stealing, but incinerating perfectly good money? No. Headless dozers! Headless dozers, he screamed. I had to wake him up, of course. It seems the most extraordinary things can happen under the cover of loud music. Incredible that you got that pilot out of there. I'm not sure he deserved it, though. I shall henceforth remember not to store any of my own possessions in deposit boxes. So, you robbed the First World Bank. Yes, it's all over the news. That breakout was probably the mother of all prison breaks. Very impressive. So let me get this straight. You stole an entire room and then flew it out of there. The police were certainly determined in their assault. I'm glad we put up such a resolute defense. So you took explosives off a train. I assume you're not storing them here in the house? I can't believe the police would come here and cause such an awful mess. Guardians of law and order. Puh. You stole paintings. Well, I hope there were some nice landscapes. This house could use some fine art. Helicopters, bridges, Latin American drug cartels. Such adventures. I can't believe you carried those safes through all that mayhem. I saw it all on the news. I do appreciate an intellectual critique of commercialism, but destroying an entire shopping centre? If nothing else, I have to admit that I'm glad you're the sort of group who will rescue your friends from prison. So, you cleaned those deposit boxes out in no time. If it weren't so immoral, I'd say I was impressed. One of you, I don't know who, was having a violent nightmare last night, shouting about cooking and ingredients. What you did with the election's astounding. Next, you will set up your own candidate for president, no doubt.